Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Just checking my mic's working properly. So you got my lovely voice there, and got to make sure I got my glasses on as well. Um, Mainly because they make me look good, but I do squint unless I've got them on. But welcome to the show, Crossroads to Wheeling tonight. As you can see, we've got top man Mitch on. How are you, Mitch?
Good. How are you? How was your holiday season?
Well, Christmas was good. I went to the camp for a few days, but I've not been too well actually. Past few days,
Oh,
this week I've not. I've just under the weather. Just not really active or anything. Done a lot of sleeping. I woke up a little bit today, but I've still got a bit of a banging headache. But I'm 58, and I'm not going to be expected to be in tip-top health every single day of the minute of every day or anything. But we're here. We're here on the show. This is my first show since Tuesday. Crossroads to Healing, guys. Crossroads to Healing. I was talking with one person who's going to join us on Crossroads to Healing. Um, she's a bit apprehensive, not done this kind of thing before. I talked to her, settled her down, and she said, "John, will you be on the course?" I said, of course, I'll be on the course. So you do need a bit. So I'm already starting to interact with people who are going to be coming on the course, bigging them up, egging them on. I don't think she'll have any problem with the course. Is our Rav? I don't think she'll have any particular problem. She has talked about it already in the chat a couple of times. Who we got on? Yes, Mark. Good evening, Mark. Yes. And Mitch has said hello. We're missing our Lisa. Don't know where she's probably fast asleep, that hard-working girl she is. But, I just want to, if you've been watching my streams, you've been talking to me, people in my Bible class, Paul Rimmer, Pat McGuinness, other people and that, Mitch has heard. I'm struggling with forgiveness. I really am struggling with forgiveness. And I'm one of them people who's stubborn when it comes to that sort of thing. But if we don't forgive, then we live with it for the rest of our lives. The person who's wronged us, or the people who've wronged us, or the organization who's wronged us will be in our head for the rest of our lives. You don't have to forgive them for what they've done, but you got to forgive them to get them out your head, because that is negative towards healing you and stuff like that. And I've got to say, I'll be honest, I've really struggled, guys. I've talked about it already on live streams and personal within our Bible class and with other people on a personal level. And I'm struggling. You know what I mean? And a certain person come up on TikTok the other night and just got me angry. So that's going to live with me, and that's not going to help me. And that's not going to start me. It's not going to help on my healing journey. It's just not. So it's something I've really got to fight and get over these next couple of months. I've talked to Mitch about it. I've talked to Paul Rimmer, who's a lead in our Bible class, about it. And so that's something, a personal thing I've got to deal with over the next couple of months. So it's big personal thing. So, I mean, like I said, you don't have to believe me, but I've said it all already for weeks. I've talked about who wronged me. I did a load of videos calling these people out and stuff like that, and it's just not got out of my head, guys, and it's not going to help me unless I get it out of my head. It's not, well, I'll still get help, but it's going to be better if I forget that and then people are out of my head. So I just wanted to get that in first. But do you want to say anything to that, Mitch?
yeah. So whoever might be watching now or later, and you're thinking, well, that person doesn't deserve my forgiveness. At the end of the day, it's not about if they deserve it. It's about if you want to have peace in your life. Because at the end of the day, you're carrying what they did to you, what they said to you, how they offended you. And I promise you, those people who did whatever they did, said whatever they did, or said whatever, are sleeping well at night. And either they know what they did or they don't know, but either way, they don't care. They're moving on with life. So at the end of the day, you're carrying that with you. You're the one suffering. So it's every time that you don't forgive them and you remember their name, you're the one suffering. And I promise they probably moved on with life and don't even remember what they did or don't care what they did. Now, is forgiving somebody easy? No. Are you supposed to forgive and forget what people say? No. Forgive and forget is a lie. You're supposed to forgive, but you don't forget because you want to make sure you have those healthy boundaries in place so those organizations, people, individual, family members, co-workers, bosses can't hurt you again. You forgive them, but you don't forget. If you're a Christian person, whoever's listening and watching, nowhere in the Bible does it say forget. It does say forgive, but nowhere does it say forget if you want to talk about it in a Christian standpoint. Nowhere in the Bible that says forget. It says forgive. Is it easy? No. It comes with time. At least you're honest about saying you haven't done that part yet or it hasn't come to you, and that's okay. Just remember, forgiveness is not an emotion. Forgiveness is an action. Because if you sit around waiting to feel, oh, I should forgive somebody, that's never going to happen. You have to take action and then have faith that it's going to come along with it because you forgave the person, regardless if you tell them or not. And you don't have to tell them that you forgave them because half the time they probably don't even know what they did to you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mitch. Yeah, I can't agree more. You're right, but it's still difficult. And like you said, I can admit that I'm a kind of person who can really admit that. And it's not it's. I'm not saying I have a stressful life, but a lot of the stuff I know is this kind of thing, and it's forgiving people who've done heinous acts and stuff like that. I'm always going to struggle with it, me. But one of the things that I'm not I'm not keen on capital punishment, although some people do need that court. I get it. Some people are angry, but I don't believe that like the person I am that we have to execute people to bring the law. I don't believe that. I don't believe. I'm sure there's better ways, but we'll see. We'll see. I've got to be good. I've got to be adaptable, and I've got to try and do the best I can to get over that issue. So, guys, come on. Whoever's in the chat, there's a GoFundMe link there, and we want some money. Come on, we want some money for books. Money's coming in. We're paying for books. We've had to pay for a Zoom thing, and I'll tell you, it was 21 quid, and I paid that. And I've said to the group that I will continue to pay that until we've got enough money to cover it and stuff like that. And I'm not going to hide from anyone. Not going to hide from anyone, and that's what I've done. You know what I mean? Because I want the group to go forward, and I want us to help people with these books. I've done the course 3 times. So nobody can say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. And, they can't talk to me in the context of, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying I can heal anybody. I never said that. But I've done this course. I've done this kind of course 3 times. And it's learned me a lot. I'm understanding more about myself, the way I behave, the same with other people. So we want to go far on it. And like I said, it was all documented for the past 2 years. You can choose not to believe that, but it is. Yeah, and there we go. So come on, guys, please. And also, if you want, wait, let me just get the... Obviously,
go on. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So people are wondering why we're doing a new book. As soon as the book is done, we'll explain more. But there's been changes that we're doing to the book to make everybody more comfortable as far as the spirituality is concerned. We don't want people to thinking that we're pushing one type of religion. Another thing is that we added some things to the book that the book didn't have before, and this is why we're doing a whole new book. But once the book is done and it's been edited, we'll be showing you what it looks like, and it's going to be more spiritually friendly to other people's spirituality, instead of people thinking that it's one type of religion, which it isn't. And obviously Sarge, John, and everybody who's taken the course can contest to that. But make sure people are comfortable. We're just redoing some things in the book. So that's one of the reasons. And it costs money to have somebody edit it and look at it and make sure it's right. Then we have to go to printing. So all this costs some money. And like John said, he's very kind enough to pay for our Zoom professional license. Thank you to his party. And they're going to have a front page in the book as one of our sponsorships. And if you want to know how to get your organization or get your information into the book, Sarge will talk about that more later, or John. But yeah, that's why we're doing a new book.
Thank you, Mitch. Sarge, Lil, how are you?
I am not well. I can't talk.
Oh,
I've been asleep. I'm so sorry. I've been asleep all day. So I won't be talking very much just today.
Okay.
well, I've had some kind of bug this week myself. I said at the beginning, and I feel a bit better today, but I've got a bit of a banging headache still, so I don't know what it is, but it's just it's just Christmas, and it's like the winter coming in and how cold it gets, and it's all right in where Mitch lives. When it goes cold, it stays cold all the time, and that. But like over here, it's cold. Then the next day at night time, then the next day it melts and goes a lot warmer, a few degrees. It don't happen like that where Mitch lives, or in places like Sweden and that. But we get it in Great Britain. That's one of our like downfalls, you know what I mean? But we've got to be strong and resilient to resist the temperature change and stuff like that. But anyway,
I think you guys kissed somebody on New Year's Eve and got somebody's bug.
No, I didn't.
I was in bed. I was in bed asleep.
We hope you feel
Good evening, Lodger. Good evening. Good evening.
A hot toddy, the Lodger says.
I've already had a hot
toddy.
I had a hot toddy this morning.
I haven't, but I think I'm getting over the worst of mine, so that's good for me.
While we have a certain somebody in our midst this evening, we want to make sure that this person gets the recognition that is well deserved. Getting a computer and 2 printers for the organization. So we want to make sure Mark knows, and his name is going to be in the book, one of the whole page of him for helping in previous times and again this time. So we thank Mark for that. So thank you, Mark, for that.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Thanks a lot, mate. Thank you very much. But yeah, so come on, guys, we've got to go for me. Get it shared. I mean, the Lodger, you know, we've done streams on this kind of course for the past 2 years because you've come on, you've been in the chat, a lot of them. A lot of you in the chat know. Nick Wilson, if you come on, you know you're doing it. Hopefully, Nick, you'll be joining us again on the next course. You seem pretty motivated a couple of weeks ago with some of the stuff you're saying, but I'll get to you as well. I'll message you anyway, you know, and like, I'll just say something that I did because of this course. I met Nick Wilson, and we started the course. And during the time when we've done this course, I've gone and supported Nick at 2 important meetings. The first one was his Member of Parliament meeting, and the second one was a health meeting with his doctor. Because I got to know him, I understand what's up. He's told me everything about his his life and his case, and I felt able that I can go to these places. Now, I didn't speak for him. He could speak for himself, but I supported him by going with him and just every now and then just mention something relevant to his health or his case. So that's what I did through joining the group and starting our first trauma courses that I ended up doing. And that's the kind of thing as I want to do as a political leader, but it can only get me experience. So I'm understanding more. I'm getting to know more about Nick and his issues and his health. And Nick's not, he'll tell you this himself. If you have him on Facebook or social media, he puts all this on social media. That's why I can be confident to talk about Nick and issues that Nick has. And Nick done the course twice. And I think, I'm sure I did say that Nick was one of our, I'm not saying best or anything like that. One of our, what do I say? We got a lot out of Nick, and Nick got a lot out of the course. That's what I'm going to say about Nick. And I think that Nick was one of the biggest ones in the groups that we did. To me, who gained a lot and worked hard to do the course. So well done, Nick Wilson. Absolutely, tremendously well done, Nick Wilson. Lisa was there through all this, and Mitch was there through all this, so they know. And I'm not talking bullshit, guys. I'm talking deep down, heartfelt truth. That's what I'm talking about. So there you go.
Can Lisa remind me of the pricing for the books? For
Yes.
the pages?
So it's for sponsor the page for an individual person is £10. For a page, it's £20. For corporate, which is business, it will be 25.
Yeah, and maybe an extra £5 on the page, individual page thing, just depending on how much you want typed on it, because a couple of people want like a couple of sentences. So, but yeah, and it's not a lot, and they're going to be enshrined on these books. And I mean, I've still got my trauma books that I worked with before, you know what I mean? And I do go to them and look at some of the things in them, especially this forgiveness stuff. I've looked at both my books about forgiveness over the past couple of months to try and remind me and support me and understand what I've got to do to help with that side of how I feel. So, they're always there, and they're a good workbook as well.
Just so we're also clear, not only is your name going to be on the page for the people who buy the book to see it, but every time we teach the session, I'm going to mention those names as I teach. This page sponsored by ABC Corporation. And so, just not see it, but they also hear it. And so people will realize, oh, yeah, this organization or this company helped pay for the printing of the book and help with the organization. Maybe I should do business with them, because after all, they have seemed to care about people who are going through trauma and PTSD to share 5, 10, 20, 30 bucks, whatever it is. So we also always can use funds for ink, paper, mailings. Once, we have sponsor, we're going to have to pay a fee, I'm sure, every year once we become a nonprofit in England, but obviously that doesn't happen overnight. You have to wait for so long before that can happen. That's why we're not a charitable tax donation as of yet, because we have to follow the rules and the regulation that the Queen has set forth. But just so you know where the money goes, every month we will come online and be transparent about where the money goes. And then if somebody has questions, we can make copies of the receipts and everything and show them to you. This is not like, oh, yeah, we're going to, take the money and not do anything with it. We're going to prove where the money goes. And the money stays in the United Kingdom. Mitch has nothing to do with that. Mitch is the CEO, but the two treasurers are here this evening, and they're the ones that handle it. So Mitch has nothing to do with it.
We're also Constitution guys, so we do have to follow set rules. And like Mitch said, once we get a certain amount in the account, we can then boost ourselves up to become a charitable organisation. We need £5,000 in our bank for at least 6 months before we can get recognition. So if you even want a copy of our constitution, we are more than welcome to ask, and we'll give that out to you as well. So we're fully transparent, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are working for the people, and there's no hidden things going around. We're all volunteers as well.
We don't get paid a cent. We don't go to golf tournaments. We don't go to high-end restaurants. None of that stuff. We just do this because we want to help people. Yes, there's still people like us left that's here to help people. There's no ulterior motive. John, did you see? Would you please? Oh, you already did it. Never mind. Thank you. And I can't do this alone. I am so blessed to have John and Lisa, Ashley, Dan, Diane, Jackie. All these people are on the board of directors, and in fact we're meeting Friday. We meet once a month. We go over what we'd like to achieve for the next couple of months, and we just go about our business.
Yeah, we certainly do. And let me just say, I've already donated the first tenner for a page for my mum, because my mum was actually on a couple of these a couple of these like courses that we did. My mum actually sat next to me while we were doing it. And back when we first started it, my mum were more interactive as well. So she was listening in and stuff like that, and I didn't mind that. So the very first page is dedicated to my mum, my mum. So I've just thought I'd tell you that, throw that in already.
And if
I've
you
got to throw it in.
Mm-hmm. And if you want a page or 2 or 3 or 20 don't in your name, let John, me, or Lisa know so we can write that down. And as before the book goes to printing, we'll remind you. We'll ask for payment. Once the payment is in, we'll let you know what page numbers you end up on. And then if we have enough money, we will try to send you a book. If you do 7 pages or more, we'll make sure you get a free book. But I know some people can't afford that. So if you can't, we'll take pictures and send them to you as proof that your names that you wanted in the book are in the book.
Sorry, I'll be with you in a sec, guys. Yeah,
No
so
problem.
come on, people, please. And like I said, I'm just gonna say this one. No, I'm not. I'm gonna say it again. I'm just gonna say it one more time. We've done this for 2 years. It's well documented. We talk about it every damn week. And if you feel that like the money's not going to the right place and you're blind, you're completely blind and ignorant, right? That's what you are. I'm just saying, I've got to be a bit blunt, guys. Got to be a bit blunt with some people. And I've been streaming regular for like 4 years, and for 2 years we talked about this course and stuff within the course. I've just come on, started telling you how I'm struggling with forgiveness, which is something within the course that you learn. And I really am, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna I'm not making it sound any worse on purpose, and I'm not going to make it sound any less. It's absolutely triggered me, and I'm just not ready to forgive people. I'm not, not yet, but I want to. That's what I want to.
Thank you for being transparent. So, okay. Any questions that anybody has about what we teach in the course? Or if you have any questions regarding trauma, put them in the comment and I will try to answer them. We are launching January 19th a course. So you might still be able to get in. I think it's possible. We have the books. As soon as you send the money in and information that we need from you, you can start the the course. We will be starting at 8 p.m. United Kingdom time on Monday, January 19th.
Can I just, Nick, if you want me to come with you, I will do. Just message me when you're ready. Just let me know time and all that. And if you need me to come there, I'm with you, mate. I'm absolutely 100% with you. But there's Nick Wilson in the chat. I've got an headache as well, Nick, tell you the truth. Spinal results, and you don't need surgery. Honestly, I'm going to be a bit honest, but I went to a health meeting with him talking about that issue. So that's good. Thank you very much for that, Nick. Honestly, thank you very much. And again, you was exceptional doing them 2 courses before. Absolutely exceptional.
And he's doing it again.
Yeah, hopefully he's doing it again. Yeah, I'm sure he said he wanted to.
He's on my list. Yes, he's on my list. I need to
Right.
contact. I
And
will
we don't
contact everyone soon, I promise.
right, and we don't charge again for the book. We just recommend you get a notebook and put the new information that you learned or learn different in the new book. So we're not going to say, oh, you want to take the course, you need to buy a new book. We don't do that. If you want to buy the book, that's fine. Some people do, some people don't. They just get a notebook and do that. But it's not about forgetting. We're talking about forgiveness, John Baxter, if you don't mind. We're not supposed to forget, but we are supposed to forgive, not for their sake, but for our peace of mind and our peace. I will never forget what people did to me. We don't want to forget. We want to have those boundaries in place, but we want to have that peace that that person doesn't hold anything over us anymore. And it's not like because we're forgiving them for them, we're forgiving them for us. And it doesn't mean that we're not stopping them being accountable. And it doesn't stop saying that we remember what they've done to us. And then for a knowledge trip, I think you're the forgiving type if it came to give you peace. But I mean, it's a hard topic, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. So thank you all for those questions. Thank you for being transparent in the comment section. It's just a tool to help you to get over what has people done to you, that you can move on with life, but not stop holding them accountable. For sure, they should be held accountable.
Thank you, Lodger. He's just chucked some pennies in.
Thank you, mate. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Lodger, one of my longest served like admins and followers on my YouTube from the very beginning. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. So that goes to everyone. Come on, get a few quid thrown in. We're going to really push this out, and I want to see that GoFundMe with some money in and our bank account with money in through books and sales and stuff like that. There is a little bit that goes out of the GoFundMe because they're set up, but I'm not really interested in that. It's like half peas to me. But you know, like I said, I'm committed. If we don't earn enough money to pay for the Zoom, I'll pay for it for 6 months, a year, whatever we have to do. I'm not asked because it's good. I think it's useful. I've done 3 of these courses and we do need it. And obviously, once we start the course, we might start doing, we did before, Mitch, we did some like private one-on-ones with people and stuff like that. They might not want to come on the course, but they might just want to talk to someone. We possibly will be starting to do something like that up. And I'd love to have another hotline or some kind of weekly phone number thing, which I'm sure we can sort out again in the future. So every little bit will help us to do all these things. Obviously, we want to get books and that. Thank you to Mark Molland. We've got printers up and running and stuff like that now, and laptops or whatever coming to people. So that's good. That's what we want.
We've got a lady coming on the course. Her name's Becky, and she works in mental health, and she's offered her time and volunteering for any assistance. So we've got another body there. She's coming on the course. Yeah, on the 19th she is.
Cool,
Excellent.
nice, very
excellent.
nice, very nice. Yes.
Sorry,
wonder
guys. Go on. Carry on.
You wonder what makes our course different than other courses. At the end of the day, the secret is this. If you believe in a creator, you believe in God, whatever label you want to put on that being, we're made up mind, body, and soul. And we can go to the doctor for our ailments, for our signs and symptoms of a physical wound or a physical trauma, and they'll either give us medication to help deal with the symptoms, but they might not go away 100%, or you might have to have surgery, and hopefully that surgery takes care of it. You can go to a mental health specialist and try to get the help that you need, and they'll do the best they can. And so you have those two avenues for the mind and the body, but what about your spirit or soul? Who heals that? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the course is not going to heal you from that. We'll give you the tools and the knowledge and the information you need, but your creator is the one that heals your soul wound. Nobody else can. So we do an approach of a whole body thing, not just the mind and body, because at the end of the day, you're made of three elements. So we focus on the third element as well, so people can understand how to forgive, how to be gracious to yourself, how to love yourself, how to be kind to yourself, and those types of things. That's what makes our course different than other courses, as well as the people who teach the course has PTSD and trauma. So we've been there, done that, have the t-shirt, and we can tell you what to expect when things happen. It's not like we went to a school, and I'm not knocking anybody who went to school to help other people, but if those people have never had trauma or PTSD, they really don't understand what the person is going through. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that gives us an extra edge. Somebody knows that, okay, they're real people because they've gone through something similar to me, and they'll know what my feelings are like and how to deal with those things. And if I'm wrong, Sarge can say that.
You're not wrong, no.
Would you have taken the course if none of us had PTSD or trauma?
No, not from experience. So
No,
from the NHS, I had a therapist and a counsellor that's never been through trauma or anything like that. And when I asked for a female because of my traumas, they said, sorry, we'll have to take you off the course and you have to wait another 55 weeks. I was like, yeah, if I found out that either anyone on the course didn't have it, I wouldn't have joined. Too much of it's happening, especially in the NHS. Too many people are textbooks. I don't understand what people are going through.
yeah, I wouldn't have took it as well if it wasn't somebody who went through the thing. Even though I want to be a counsellor and I think I can handle, and I wouldn't have took it either. But we talked to Mitch, and we'd done a few streams with Mitch, and at the time was in contact with a lot of people with trauma, and obviously working at the camp and stuff like that. So it was the best thing to do was to do the course. And you know, like Mitch is a great teacher. I don't really have any issues with him or anything. And again, guys, I've done many. I'm not saying I've done trauma courses, but I've done this kind of course in other aspects of our social life and stuff like that. So I'm not green to like the mechanics of the course. I'm not green to it, but I was green. I've got to say I was green about trauma and things like that until I started looking after my mum, which was about 5 years ago. and then I had to engage with the health service, and I've got big issues with them. I've got big issues. Anyone who knows me, and I have said a couple of times mildly, I've got big issues, the way people are treated and stuff like that. And of course, running as a counsellor, I come across a lot of people who suffered from trauma. One of them is Ravinder. And I met Ravinder online about 8-9 years ago. That's where I met Ravinder, and Ravinder's got a high trauma, and so it's developed from there. But I was ignorant to things, and I never came into it saying that I've got the worst trauma. I'm not that kind of person. I haven't. There's a lot worse people off than me. But if I can learn to help and support these people like I've done with Nick Wilson, then I will do that. And I want to do the course because of that. And I think it's a positive towards engaging with our communities, engaging with the most vulnerable in the communities, engaging with those who do need the TLC and who do need to talk to people. And I do it on a regular basis. And I'm proud that I've worked alongside Nick, Lisa, Ashley, Dan, all the rest of them on that course for over 2 years. I really am. But I just thought I'd get that in.
Are you looking at the comments?
Yeah.
Someone's definitely expressed themselves. Thank you for expressing yourself, Gary. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you for giving us your time, and I hope in the future you have all that you would like. Thank you again.
Thank you, mate. But thank you, everyone in the chat. And we put the links up. You don't. Again, I've done it for over 2 years. There's nothing nobody can say. And if you're saying anything nasty, then you obviously don't know me. I'm a very open person. I'm politically minded. I don't hide my face. I don't have a different name other than John Lawrence. It's John Lawrence. That's it. That's how you find me on social media or National Housing Party United Kingdom. You will not find me on social media under any other synonym, or whatever you want. That's me. So I'm a very open person. So please get into us. You can email us. There's a couple of emails at bottom there. If you know us on social media, private message us if you got phone number, talk to us. We're looking at 25 quid cost for that first book. And all we need after that is 4 to 5 hours of your time weekly. So it's 1 day a week, 4 to 5 hours. It's not a lot, guys, and 25 quid. And believe me, if you went on a course like this where you'd have to pay, it'd be hundreds of pounds, guys. It'd be like 300 quid to do the course over 13 weeks, promise you. And you get exactly the same if you do it with us, except for we're not earning any money or anything like. It's not anything about that. So look into us, join us, Crossroads to Wheeling. If you go to the link on the GoFundMe, there's a video, the first video we did, and we talked about a load of things and this Crossroads to Wheeling. You can find us, got emails up, mitch.crossroadstowheeling@gmail.com, john.crossroadstowheeling@gmail.com. And I think, Lisa, have you done an email, you?
Yeah, I have. I do apologise. It's lil.crossroadstohealing@outlook.com.
Outlook.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say thank you to Gary to bringing up on one of the 4 stages of trauma is numbing. So people tend to use substances, intoxication, in the numbing stage of their traumas, which you also learn within the course. So we tend to run, deny, run, numb, and run. And he's just brought that sentimental that comes up with that intoxication that he's just mentioned. And we also we mentioned that throughout the course. It's very, very new parts of the book that we've put more in depth. So thank you for bringing that up. And I do hope that in the future you feel that you can come over past your intoxication of numbing, and we're more than happy to help you. So give us an email, Gary.
Did you when you said Lil, just Lil?
Yeah, Lili. Lil.
Lili.
Yeah.
Crossroads.
Crossroads to healing at outlook.com.
Okay.
I sent you an email. I have sent you an email.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
just
you
can't
sent
find
me
it. I
one as
thought you
well.
had put it under the Gmail, so we would all be under, but I guess I didn't look at it, or I just assumed one of the two, or both perhaps. But no problem.
So there you are, guys. Thank you very much, everyone in the chat. Thank you for that donation as well. Thank you very much. It'll go somewhere. It'll go somewhere. Like
Yeah.
I said, I put I put 30 quid in. I want a tenner for my mum's spot. I did that on the night of the first show, and 21 quid has been paid for the Zoom, and I put 20 quid in for that as well. But if anyone wants to know anything, you can just message us, let us know, and we'll print out and show you what we've got or anything like that. Like I said, we're not expecting loads, but if we can have a bit to back us up for supplies and stuff like that, then this thing can be ongoing. It can be cheap and it can be useful for a lot of people. It can be really useful for a lot of people. So I haven't seen Rav in the chat. I'm just gonna just leave it to you two. I just want to try and.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Mitch, should we talk about one like the 4 stages that I mentioned? What Gary had mentioned about numbing. It's
Yeah, I didn't see that, but okay, yeah. So Gary mentioned something about numbing. And what we need to realize is when we were created, we are made up what I call an automatic response to trauma. So the body, when trauma happens, the first thing the body wants to do, it wants to deny something happened, because the last thing we want to do is to be shaken to our core that something happened so drastic that now all our dreams and desires and goals have been affected because of either a one-time trauma or a complex trauma, meaning happened numerous times over and over again. So the first thing the body likes to do is deny it, because we don't want to believe that this thing has impacted us so much that we don't know how we're going to be able to survive life anymore. Once we have come to realization that denying it is not helping anymore, the body wants to cry. And the reason the body's crying is because you have this flood of emotions coming over you that you never had before, because now you realize that something did happen and you can't deny it anymore. So these emotions that you never had before come flooding in. So the body wants to cry because it's so much, it doesn't know what to do. It cries. Once you've done the crying situation, then because the emotions are so strong and so hard and you don't know how to deal with them, how to separate the facts from emotions, we have to numb, because the body can't survive trying to deal with something like this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we turn to drinking, drugs, pornography, gambling, shopping for stuff that we don't need, and there's many other numerous things that we do to numb it. Unfortunately, numbing in those ways are a temporary fix. And not only are they a temporary fix, the more you numb, the more it costs you to numb. And what does that look like? Let's say, for instance, Mitch is numbing by alcohol. He drinks 1 pint, and 1 pint knocks him out, and that's enough for Mitch. But if Mitch drinks 1 pint every day for a week or two, come week 3, Mitch is going to need 2 pints to stop the feeling of what happened. And so you see, not only it's a temporary fix, you're going to be spending more and more money to numb. Once you either realize that numbing is not helpful anymore, or you can't pay for the numbing tools that you use, drinking, alcohol, gambling, whatever they may be, then you want to run. You want to run from the situation. So you might run from relationship, job to job, city to city, flat to flat. and then you keep on running and you're never going to catch up. And so those are for the automatic trauma responses that, and I'm just talking a little bit about them, but we go more into depth on how to deal with those and how to deal with facts, how to deal with being led by facts, not emotions, not by feelings. And we talk about all this stuff. Uh, and so that's a little bit about one of the sessions in very small detail that we'll be discussing more in the course. And hopefully that helps whoever's listening. Hopefully that helps you, Gary. We're here if you want to take the course. There's no judgment. Perhaps give it a try when you're ready. Maybe this is not the time, but we're always going to be here if you need anything.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So come on, guys. I want some. I'm going to be banging that link out for that donation link. And again, you can question me, whatever. We've done this for 2 years. It's been well documented over dozens and dozens of videos and stuff like that. You know, we've given you a real time update of trauma working as a little team with the trauma course. And one of the things I said, I mean, I'm not the best one for communicating on social media. I'm an ignorant twat. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to bluntly say that, right? But the course, then when we're doing the course, I'm interacting more on a regular level with the other people in the course, and Lisa, Ashley, Mitch, and stuff. So it gets you going. It gets you. Other than that, I'm socially awkward like that on social media. You might see me persona outside and I'm there and you see me face and I'm debating with people, but I am quite awkward with social. You know, I don't like communicate over social media. I'm not that one. I don't answer every message in WhatsApp. I just don't. I'm just be blunt. But through the course, we interacted more with the people on the course, and I've got to know Lisa really well, Mitch really well, Dan really well, Ashley really well. Nick Wilson, I didn't hardly know Nick Wilson before the first course we did with him. And, you know, Nick's one of them lads. If he's asked me anything, I'll do it for him no matter what. I'll go above and beyond the call of duty for Nick. Again, he done really well in the first 2 courses that he's got. And I'll say it, Nick will be all right with me saying it. He's got severe, guys, like the worst kind of like weather warning, severe, you know, physical and mental issues over his over what happened to him and the trauma that caused. So, you know, I'm not lying. If you know Nick, he's quite open on his social media about it. So don't think I'm lying about it. It's there for you to see. But thank you very much, Nick. You really was. What did it say it now? You know, an exceptional member of the team when it comes to your difficulties you have, and you're doing the course twice. You know what I mean? We've had other people with not hardly any issues, and they've not even managed to finish the course, but you have more issues than most, and you've managed to finish that course twice. So an absolutely 100% million well done have we got.
We've got our lovely secretary in the house, Jackie. She's got a throbbing tooth.
Yeah, Jackie's in the course. Jackie, you've got to get ready. I want another little speech done about, and you've got to come on stream again next couple of weeks, if that's all right. But Jackie, someone I've known a long time on social media, and I've met her a couple of times, and Jackie's come on the course and enjoyed it. And she's more interactive now because she wants to help us now and help run the thing and all that lot. So well done, Jackie. Thank you very much, love. Honestly, thank you very much. It means a lot to me, it does. That I know that things are getting out there and we're trying to support people, and people are getting more involved in the things that we do. Like I said, I'm a dinosaur sometimes. I can be dead ignorant, but you know, I want to do the best I can, and however I can support to help people, that's what I want to do. And that's the kind of person I've always been, to tell you the truth. It's the kind of person I've always been.
And Jackie,
Talking
if
of
she can, type in stuff and how she felt, what the course did for her, so you guys are hearing it from her and not from me. And she's come a long way as well. Come a long, long way. And now she's the secretary of our organization. So we appreciate you.
Talking of weather warnings, we have an amber warning in place in the UK for heavy snow. I don't know if it's going to happen. You know they can't forecast snow, but we're talking about mental health and traumas. If you have got an elderly person that lives by, please look out for them. Make sure you got your essentials in, because it's nothing worse than being isolated with mental health. It's supposed to last for a couple of days. This snow spreading from Scotland all the way down to the south of England. So just keep an eye out on people that are on their own. See any homeless people or anything like that. Just keep an eye, guys, because mental health does rifle through isolation, and when snow sets in, not a lot of people can get out. So just keep an eye out for that. But just wanted to mention that because we had snow this morning, and the elderly person next door to me, I've not met them yet, actually knocked on my door asking if he could come in because his heat had gone. So I brought him in, had a cup of tea and everything, and I put a hot water bottle and a blanket and put him in front of my TV and told him to wait here until the engineer comes. So just a helping hand, guys. Really, that would really appreciate for everyone.
Mark's lying. He says he's elderly.
He's the elderly. Jackie's had snow, and it's really icy. When it snows here, Mitch, we don't know how to cope. We have a little flake, and everyone panics.
Really?
Yep. School's shut. Everything shuts.
Yeah, it is honestly, but like I said at the beginning, so like in the world we're in that zone where it's just not freezing, but it's not like warm, and like in winter we have freezing nights, and the next day everything melts and turns to ice. But when you go to other countries around the world, it just don't do that. Don't do that in Sweden or Norway. Doesn't do it in Canada or the high areas of the USA. When it snows and it comes winter, it stays like that all the way through. But you know, in England, we just can't handle it. We can't handle the change of temperature. We, like our cars can't handle it either. Because I know that in them countries, like the cars, like when they're going in snow, they have chains on and they don't have to deal with ice. But we've got to deal with ice over here. And yeah. And anyway, British infrastructure is not the best, so we're always going to struggle here. But yeah, so come on, guys, get involved if you're interested. Email us. We can talk to you privately if you've got any questions to ask or anything like that. We can talk to you privately. If you want, before you want to start a course. I had a bit of chat with Ravinder yesterday. So, but if you want to talk to us, you can do, and I'm sure we'll be able to help you. If you're a woman, there's going to be women on the courses. Lisa's here, and if you're a woman, you'll love Lisa. Lisa's great. You can talk to her and all that. She understands. If you don't want to talk to a woman, then you got me, you got Mitch, just guys. It's whoever you want to. If you feel comfortable, you should get to feel comfortable with the entire group. That's what you'll find. Once we've gone past a certain level, and you'll feel comfortable with the group then. But yeah, we want you to join us. We're not messing about. We've done 2 years of these trauma courses. I know I keep saying, you might think I'm just like banging on, but there'll be people out there who'll be denying we've done anything. Just telling you, it's all documented, guys. And if you haven't seen it, then you're just blind, ignorant, and dumb. I've just got to say. Go and look at my social media. You can find it. You'll see videos on TikTok and other forms of the social media. And you'll see it, and you'll see us doing this course and talking about it on a weekly basis. So we're not just starting up to to scam everyone. We're starting up to support and to help people with trauma.
And just think about if you work for an organization or a company or a business who wants to give money, send them our information. We'll talk to them. As well as remember that, when you give that little bit of money in those books and your names are in there, that's just not a one-time thing. That's every time we teach a course, every time somebody opens the book, that information is right there. It's not like a TV commercial or a billboard or a radio ad. You hear it once or twice and that's it. That at least 1 year of your name being in that book. And then if we change it again, we let people know. But at least 1 year, if not more, your names are in the book. And so that gift, people keep seeing every time they open that book and read the book.
We're also looking for someone to help us with our merchandise as well, like t-shirts, jumpers, cups. So if anyone knows that can do them, give us an email as well, because we're looking to purchase t-shirts, hoodies, and cups and that lot, just to get a little bit of advertisement out there.
100%. I want a sweatshirt, t-shirt, and I want a cap me with Crossroads to wheeling on.
Stop your stinking thinking. That's what I want for the summer.
That's trademark. Nobody stealing our trademark in a model. That. Or here's another one. You can either be the puppet master or the puppet.
Or flip the script.
No worries, precious. Thank you very much. I like the praise, but I just see what's wrong with society and people in general. I want to help them. I've just looked after my mum for 5 years of the end of her life with advanced Alzheimer's. So nobody can say that, I'm not stressed out and he has an easy life for him. And I've documented it all. I've talked about it like that. And, I just feel that I've still got it in me to support other people because I've just got, I'm not saying I'm better off. I'm in a better position to support other people. And that's what I want to do, is support other people within my community or wherever I can, wherever they are. But thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for joining in tonight. We'll be back again soon, hopefully. We're going to be streaming weekly. That's what I want to end up streaming weekly, half hour to an hour. We'll get more guests and visitors on. We'll get people from the past, and hopefully we can get people maybe who has just started the course off fresh to come on a stream and talk about, what they think and stuff like that. And we'll do that over the next couple of years. But thank you very much, everyone. Any last words, guys?
We've already got orders for merchandise. People have put it in there. They want hoodies and t-shirts. We just haven't got no one to do them. So if anyone knows, just let us know, please.
Well, I think we might be able to get like a company that they'll get a slice of it. I'm not saying we're going to make any big money off it, but they'll get a slice and they'll make them all and print them out. It'll like, but I'm sure we can get that now. So, but we'll look into it, guys. We definitely will look into that.
For sure.
But, Mitch, anything last to say?
Just remember, don't try to be better than somebody else. Just be a better version of yourself from yesterday. And be kind and love yourself. And love one another. Because that's all people have is kindness and love. Everything else we don't need, because we already get enough of that other shenanigans. So be kind to one another.
And I'll go out on leaving you on a famous quote. Fear is a path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. God bless y'all. See y'all soon.
The force is real strong with this one, it is.